right, welcome back. Welcome back. How are we all doing? I hope all is well with you. Good morning to you, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Yeah, welcome back. Anyway, I want to go straight to the program. I decided to share this particular picture for you to see. I know many of you maybe you have seen that. If you have not, there's something about this picture that you are seeing now. Some may see it as a comedy, like as a funny picture. Oh, Nigerian police and all that. It's not about being funny. It's about being sincere or being real to report things the way it is without hiding anything. The title here, I said, only Biafran can understand this picture very well. You get why? Remember in 2015, 2014, 2016, thereabout those times when Biafrans, when Biafrans was everybody was preaching and talking about Biafra, sharing information very wide, just to let people to understand what it is all about, what Biafra actually wants, what Biafra means to everybody. Then, some people that are now, kind of coming down when Biafra name is being mentioned now, they were very, very angry. They don't want to hear anything about freedom or even breaking up Nigeria or breaking away from Nigeria and all that. They will tell you, those people that will normally tell you that Igbos are the problem of Nigeria. Igbos are the problem of Nigeria. Igbos are this, Igbos are that. But when you say, okay, as an Igbo man, I want to, let me pray that we just move away from Nigeria and have our own nation and our own country, they will tag you as a problem of the entire nation, entire Nigeria. Even though Nigeria is not a nation, Nigeria is not a nation. Okay, but understand what I'm talking about. They will tag you as the problem. You are a problem seeker. In fact, you are the one. In fact, you are the problem that the economy of Nigeria is not moving forward. But they don't understand what Biafrans know or what they are going through on a daily basis. They don't understand. Do you know why they're coming down now? Is because this whole thing is done, getting to everybody. That's the one thing about injustice. Injustice is the only thing in this world that you will support today, wait for it tomorrow, it's gonna knock at your door. It's not just a mere wish. I'm not praying that it will definitely occur to you. That is, once you are clapping for injustice is a matter of time. It will get to you, whether you like it or not. Now, coming to the picture you are seeing here. Protester, terrorist. Protester, terrorist. You see, this is Nigerian police. This is Nigerian police. Many of you understand this picture very, very well, right? But for you to understand it very, very, very well, you must have been someone who actually witnessed, or maybe you got wired, the way God creates you, or the way you are wired, you know how to put yourself in somebody's shoe so that you can relate. That's why when I see something, when I read news about what's going on in the northeast and northwest, north central, in Benue and rest of them, I always feel pain. You know why? Because I can put myself in their shoe. But how many of you that support Nigeria, that you don't want Nigerians, you don't want Nigeria to divide, you want Nigeria to succeed, even though in your subconsciousness you already know that it's not workable. But in your own illusion, you actually think that somehow there's something if I get people understand, you can still get something out of it. How can you get something out of it? How? What actually is giving you that zeal to think and to believe that somehow you will make something out of it? Imagine a country where police is taking selfie picture with a well-certified terrorist. Look at them. This one is holding rifle, the other one is holding rifle. This could be maybe a function where the bandits or terrorists are being celebrated publicly. This could be such event could be where they snap this picture. Because you can see somebody holding my behind here, wearing this white clothes, this kaftan in the outside. Look at this man here. You can look at it very well. You see, I think what he's holding there is a microphone. Maybe he's talking in that function, in that party, where this mobile police officer, he was there, and terrorist, of course, was there as well. Both of them holding rifle. Who is now the chief security of the country? Who? Just ask yourself this question as a Nigerian. Who? You are not a northerner. You are not a northerner, and you see a picture like this. A Nigerian police or mobile police officer with rifle. Okay, let us assume that he's well trained. I don't think that they trained them, but let us assume that he's well trained and well informed, well equipped in a function where terrorists is welcomed and being celebrated. It could be this party could be a party thrown for them to come and enjoy and have fun, to solidify the agreement and their partnership with the politicians. I can't tell you in details about what the function is all about, but you get the point, right? They are here dining and whining, hugging and sharing things together. The question is who is working on that who, and what is the agenda of both of them. Of course, the police himself is a northerner, whether you like it or not, is a northerner, and seeing their brother working from the other angle. But these two people have supposed to have different ideology. One is to protect the sovereignty and integrity and whatever Nigerian is all about. The other one is working for Usman Danfodio, straight ahead, sponsored and financed by those paying this on salary. You can see the conflict in their job, right? But despite the conflict, they are dying and wanting together. Come down to East, you see Igbo youth recruited in the Bubago, recruited in the Udogachi, recruited in that code and rest of them, targeting another Igbo man who is defending and protecting the sovereignty of Igbo land against the external invaders. But instead of them to understand their job and maintain peace, they are fighting each other. And the brain box or where the idea of fighting against each other comes from, it came from those that are paying Udogachis, who you may say government security outfit, against the indigenous security outfit. So politicians have managed from the Southeast, have managed to create misunderstanding and conflict among these two brothers. They are fighting each other. But in the North, they are not that counterpart. I'm speaking, from the side of politicians. When you check when you study how Northern politicians are managing their own territory and their agenda, you can see the difference. The ideology, the purpose, everything is not the same. A very big gap, very, very big gap. You can't compare them with what you have in Southeast. That is why everybody is, blaming each other, but we are one. You say that you don't have terrorists in our land. What you have is criminals. We have criminals, and we have, of course, kidnappers also can be labeled as a criminal. I'm not here to tell you that our Igbo land, there's no crime in our land. We have criminals just like every other places. Kidnappers is not tied on anybody. That's why when they say Mason can do this, Mason can do that. Have you seen Mason can say, ordering anybody to go and kidnap people? That such thing doesn't exist. But they often call him. That's why they tell you he's Mason can jail him, buy him, do this. You ask them, what is his offense? They will tell you he ordered people to commit crime. That he said this, he said that. He recruited, he formed, he created ESN, he formed them and recruited them and gave them something to do. What that thing he gave them, is it for crime? The answer is no. But how can it be his fault that a grown-up man who should know better, know the job, what they call them to do, to protect bushes and farmers, decided to use that thing they gave to him to protect land against the intention, the primary purpose of that security outfit. Then you don't turn around to blame Mazen Namorikan. You should go after this insecurity, the people committing the crime, not Mazen Kano, because he did not tell them what to do. If you resist, why don't you start from the genesis? Politicians recruited their code and the rest of them, and they're committing crime. talks, which is AK and the court. And like I said yesterday in one of our live broadcasts, that it was alleged that Soyinka is the one that introduced cultism in Nigeria. So meaning that all the cultism, all this crime, all the attack, buying of people from courts, attacking themselves, young guys, you that should focus on their career, fighting each other, unaliving people to get more rank. Is that what Soyinka introduced? So if yes, why is he moving freely? Why can't you just go and detain him the way you detain Master can refuse to try him for 5 years? Let's see how Yorubas will understand you, or that kind of idea. You don't do that because you can only do it on Igbo people because we are not part of it, isn't it? If you are, how can you explain this to me? That saw the Igbo agitate for Ododuwa and he's moving freely. Yoruba politicians did not allow him to languish in prison or in jail, or this cockaboo story that are telling us about Mazambekan. The people holding Mazambekan are Igbo governors, present and the past, and even the future. That is how they roll. Because to them, that how to be re-elected in office, you have to be more Fulani than Fulani. Now, the same going back to the picture, please. Let's talk about the picture before we end this video. This is my own reaction to this because I think it's worth sharing. You can see, in the other hands, how Nigerian police are manhandling protesters simply because they are protesting because of one thing or another, which is well deserved to protest. In fact, judging by the atrocities committed by the government of Nigeria and all that, I won't blame anybody that tried to go hard on them. I'm talking about through by protesting and mounting pressure on them. It is well deserved, judging by what they're doing, the atrocities they're committing in the name of governance. Who will feel comfortable with this kind of thing? That you see a picture like this where the same police from the same government are hugging and dining and whining with the well-certified known terrorists, while dragging protesters to prison. The recent one happened 2 days ago when Shawara called for protest. What happened? A lot of Igbo people are now in jail for that. They said that they can only free them on Friday, which is next tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, which is next tomorrow. For what? For protesting against injustice. To prove that you are known for injustice, you decide to arrest those that are protesting against injustice. You then showing that injustice for them to test it. So it's not as if you are protesting on something that you don't know. They have validated it to you that truly what you are protesting is that's what we do, and to prove to you that that's what we're known for, we're going to arrest you. And people are not talking. As they arrest Mazam Mekano's brother and their lawyer Ejimako, yesterday they were busy burning down businesses in Lagos while pulling the structures down. And the video of them mocking and laughing at the Igbo people, calling Igbo people Maga don't pay, shout hallelujah. So how can you connect this thing? How can you navigate your way out from this kind of crime in the name of getting back at the Igbo man? You see, the man here protesting is even with Nigerian flag. The Nigerian flag, the country that is paying you salary, and that country you are holding, this young guy is holding the flag. But as an officer who is working or should be more Nigerian than anybody because their own is to enforce the law, right? To enforce the law, they are the one acting or behaving as if Nigerian is nothing to them, which is likely so. We all know that it's nothing to them. Even from presidents to whatever, it's nothing to them. And I don't blame them for that because truly it's nothing to anybody. It shouldn't mean anything to anybody. But guess what? Those who are still, who are delusional are still clapping and waiting for a miracle to fall from sky because their target is to make sure that everything work miraculously. They think they will succeed and all that. if you see this kind of picture and your mind did not go somewhere, then you need more. You need to be enlightened. You need more. You need to allow yourself to be informed. Not that you are not saying something to inform you, but you need to allow yourself to be informed. You need to learn from what happened in the past. You need to pay. You need more education about what is happening around you. That is just the gospel truth. Anyway, I don't want to stress this anymore. I think I have made my point. Please, I would like to hear from you. I would like to hear from you on comment section. Let me know what you think about it. Do you agree or disagree? God bless you and take care of yourself. Bye bye for now. Take care. Bye.